G'day mates, welcome aboard. Let's take a little trip, shall we? No packing required, no passports to worry about. Just you, me, and a spectacular view. We're heading up, and away over a real gem of a city in northern France. This is Lille. It's got this incredible mix of French charm and a bit of a Flemish twist, like a croissant that's secretly friends with a waffle. From down on the ground, it's brilliant, but from up here, where the pigeons are our co-pilots and the clouds are our neighbors, it's pure magic. So get comfy, let's just float for a bit and see what secrets this beautiful city wants to share with us today. Imagine we're in a big, comfy, hot air balloon, rising gently into the morning sky. The sounds of the city start to fade away, replaced by a soft, peaceful whoosh. Down below, Lille unfolds like a giant, intricate map. It's a city that's seen a lot over the centuries, and you can feel that history in the air. But it's also buzzing with life, full of students, artists, and people just enjoying a good coffee. From our spot in the sky, we get to see it all at once. The old bits, the new bits, the quiet gardens, and the bustling squares. It's like having the best seat in the house for the greatest show on earth, or at least the greatest show in this part of France. We'll just drift along, nice and easy, no rush. This isn't one of those hectic whirlwind tours where you're ticking things off a list. This is more like a gentle float down a lazy river, except our river is the sky and our boat is this imaginary super chill aircraft. We're here to simply look and appreciate, to notice the little things, the way the light hits the slate roofs, the patterns of the cobblestone streets, the little dots of people moving about their day. It's a chance to just breathe and soak in the beauty of a place without any of the usual hustle and bustle. Ready? Let's go exploring. The first thing you'll notice is the color. Lille isn't just grey stone and concrete. It's a patchwork of terracotta, slate, and brick red, all stitched together by winding streets and green parks. It's a city that looks like it's been painted with a very happy palette. As we climb a little higher, the details start to pop. You can see the grand architecture of the main squares, the spires of the churches reaching up towards us, and the neat rows of trees lining the boulevards. It's a perfect blend of grand designs and cozy lived-in spaces. It's a city that invites you in, even from hundreds of feet in the air. Let's coast over and have a closer look. All right, let's dip a bit lower and check out these rooftops. Honestly, you could write a whole book about the roofs of Lille. They're like a massive, colorful blanket draped over the city. You've got these steep, pointy ones with little dormer windows peeking out, looking like sleepy eyes. They're covered in dark gray slate that shimmers in the sunlight. Then right next to them, you'll see these beautiful warm terracotta tiles glowing with a rich, earthy orange. It's this incredible contrast, the cool gray and the warm orange, all nestled together. It tells a story of different times and different styles, all living side by side in perfect harmony. It's just awesome. Look at the patterns they make. The streets below are like the threads weaving this blanket together. Some are straight and wide, but the best ones are the little winding laneways of the old town. From up here, they look like curious little streams meandering through a landscape of brick and tile. You can almost trace their paths with your finger, imagining yourself wandering down there, discovering a hidden bakery or a quirky little shop. The rooftops aren't flat and boring. They're a three-dimensional tapestry. Some are higher, some are lower, creating this wonderful undulating surface that makes the whole city feel alive and breathing. And check out the chimneys. Every building has them, standing up like little soldiers on parade. Some are tall and skinny, others are short and stout. They puff out little wisps of smoke in the cooler months, which from our vantage point probably looks like the city is gently sighing. It adds another layer of texture to the whole scene. You can also spot the hidden rooftop gardens and terraces, little pockets of green where people have created their own private oases. It's a reminder that even in a bustling city, people find ways to connect with nature right on top of their own homes. These are the city's best-kept secrets. As we drift, notice how the light plays on these surfaces. In the morning, the sun catches the eastern-facing tiles and makes them gleam like polished gems. Later in the day, the shadows get long, creating deep, mysterious valleys between the buildings. It's a constantly changing spectacle. The rows of red brick buildings, a signature of this region, add another bold splash of color to the mix. It's like someone took a massive box of crayons, red, orange, gray, green, and just went to town creating the most beautiful cityscape they could imagine. It's not just a collection of buildings, it's a work of art. Okay, let's steer our imaginary balloon towards the center of all the action. See that massive, wide-open square down there? The one that looks like the city's main stage? That, my friends, is the Grand Place, or officially, the Place du Général de Gaulle. But everyone just calls it the Grand Place because, well, it's grand. From up here, it's the undeniable heart of Lille. All the main arteries of the city seem to flow into it and out of it. It's a hive of activity, a constant buzz of energy that you can almost feel, even from our peaceful spot in the sky. It's where Lille comes to celebrate, to meet, to protest, to just be. Look at the buildings that frame it. They're magnificent. They stand shoulder to shoulder like proud, decorated generals, showing off their incredible architecture. You've got the old stock exchange, the Vieille Bourse, with its ridiculously ornate courtyard that from here is just a tantalizing little square of shadow in the middle. Then there's the Theatre du Nord and the grand headquarters of the local newspaper. Each building has its own personality, its own story, with fancy gables, gold details, and little statues tucked into niches. Together they create this incredible theatrical backdrop for the life unfolding below. It's a 360-degree feast for the eyes. Right in the middle, you can see the column with the goddess statue on top, the Déesse. She's like the queen of the square, watching over everyone. From our high perch, she looks tiny, but she's the focal point, the anchor of the whole space. Around her, the square is a constantly shifting mosaic of people. Little dots moving in every direction. Some are sitting at the outdoor cafes, their colorful umbrellas like little flowers blooming on the paving stones. Others are crisscrossing the square on their way to work or to the shops. You can see tourists with their heads tilted back, just like us, admiring the view. As we hover here for a moment, you can appreciate the sheer scale of the place. It's designed to impress, to be a public living room for the entire city. The cobblestones below form swirling patterns, almost like ripples in a pond, with the goddess statue as the stone that was dropped in. You can imagine the bustling markets that have been held here for centuries, the festivals, the concerts. It's a space that has absorbed so much history and so much joy. Even from this distance, you can feel its pulse. It's the vibrant, beating heart that pumps life through the veins of Lille. Now, let's gently drift north from the Grand Place into my favorite part, Vieux Lille, the old town. This is where the city's character really shines. From the air, the streets suddenly get narrower, twisting and turning like tangled ribbons. The grand open square gives way to a cozy, intimate maze. The buildings huddle closer together, their colorful facades creating a beautiful, chaotic collage of red brick, pale stone, and painted plaster. It's like we floated back in time a few hundred years. This is the historic soul of Lille, and it's absolutely stunning from our bird's-eye view. The rooftops here are a jumble of different heights and angles, a classic feature of Flemish architecture. It's not neat and tidy. It's wonderfully higgledy-piggledy. This is what gives it so much charm. You can see the narrow plots of land the houses were built on, which is why they're all tall and skinny. It's a puzzle of shapes and colors. Down below, hidden from most eyes, are the secret courtyards. From up here, we get a privileged peek into these quiet, hidden spaces, little green sanctuaries tucked away behind the ornate fronts of the buildings. They're like the city's private gardens, invisible from the street but revealed to us in the sky. Let's trace one of the main streets with our eyes, like the Rue de la Monnaie. From our vantage point, it's a canyon of history, carved through the city blocks. The people below look like tiny explorers navigating its path. You can see the awnings of the chic boutiques and the signs of the famous patisseries. You can almost smell the waffles and chocolate wafting up. It's in these streets that the true spirit of Lille lives, a place that honors its past while being incredibly fashionable and alive today. The contrast between the ancient brickwork and the trendy shop fronts is just brilliant. Floating over Vieux Lille, you start to notice the little details that make it so special. A uniquely shaped turret on a corner building, a row of identical gables that look like they're competing for attention, a sudden unexpected splash of bright blue paint on a shutter. It's a neighborhood that rewards a slow, careful look. It's not about one single massive monument. It's about the combined beauty of hundreds of smaller, charming elements all working together. It feels less like a city and more like a handcrafted village, lovingly built and cared for over generations. It's a real treasure. All right, let's shift our gaze a little to the west. See that massive expanse of green, shaped like a giant star? That's not a crop circle made by some very artistic aliens. That's the citadel of Lille, one of the most incredible things to see from the air. Designed by the famous military engineer Vauban way back in the 17th century, it's a masterpiece of military architecture. From the ground, you see the massive brick walls and the moat. But from up here, you see the genius of its design. The five-pointed star shape, the star fort, is laid out perfectly below us. It's a stunning piece of geometric art carved into the landscape. The citadel is nicknamed the Queen of the Citadels, and from this angle you can see why. It's majestic. The sharp points of the bastions, the clean lines of the ramparts, and the water-filled moat tracing its star shape. It's incredibly impressive. But what's really beautiful is how nature has softened its military edges over time. The ramparts are covered in lush green grass, and the whole area is surrounded by a huge park, the Bois de Boulogne. It's a place built for war that has now been completely claimed by peace. It's the city's giant green lung, a place for relaxation and recreation. Look closely and you can see the life happening within this green oasis. Tiny figures are jogging along the paths that wind around the fortifications. Families are having picnics on the grassy lawns. You can even see the little boats on the Dual River, which flows right alongside the park. It's a beautiful contrast. The rigid, geometric perfection of the fortress and the organic, flowing life of the park around it. It shows how a city can repurpose its history. What was once a symbol of power and defense is now a symbol of community and well-being. It's Lille's backyard, and it's a ripper. From our peaceful spot in the sky, the citadel is a calming presence. The deep greens of the trees and grass are a soothing sight after the vibrant, busy colors of the city center. It's a reminder that even in a major European city, there's space to breathe, to connect with nature, and to just unwind. The star shape is so clear, so perfect, it feels almost unreal. It's a powerful symbol of Lille's strength and resilience, a historic fortress that now protects the city's peace and quiet rather than its walls. It's a truly special part of the Lille landscape. Now let's turn our balloon and float towards the future. Look over there, towards the area around the main train stations, Lille Flandres and Lille Europe. This is Eurolille, the modern business district. The change in scenery is instant and dramatic. The cozy historic rooftops of the old town give way to sleek, modern architecture with glass, steel, and bold, futuristic shapes. From up here, you can really appreciate the ambition of this part of the city. It's like we've flown from the 17th century straight into the 21st. It's Lille showing off its dynamic, forward-thinking side. The buildings here are designed to make a statement. See that one that looks a bit like a giant ski boot or a ship? That's the Crédit Lyonnais Tower, a real landmark of the new Lille. Then there's the massive shopping center, Westfield Eurolille, with its undulating, futuristic roof. From our aerial perspective, these buildings aren't just functional structures. They are massive pieces of modern sculpture. They play with light and reflection in a totally different way to the old town. The glass facades mirror the sky, so on a clear day like today, they look like shimmering fragments of blue. This area is a hub of movement. You can see the trains sliding in and out of the stations like sleek metal snakes, connecting Lille with Paris, Brussels, and London. The Eurostar terminal makes this a true European crossroads, and you can see that energy from above. The wide boulevards are filled with cars and buses, flowing in organized streams. It's a completely different rhythm to the meandering pace of the old town. This is the city's commercial engine room, a place of business, travel, and connection. It's a testament to Lille's reinvention as a major player in modern Europe. Even with all this modernity, look how it connects to the rest of the city. It doesn't feel like a separate, isolated island of glass and steel. There are green spaces like the Parc Henri Matisse, tucked in between the modern giants. You can see how the new district flows into the older parts of the city, creating a fascinating dialogue between past and present. From our high vantage point, we can see it all as one single evolving organism. Lille isn't a city stuck in its history. It's a city that builds upon it, reaching for the sky with new dreams and bold designs. Let's swing back towards the city center and hover over another grand landmark. See that huge, magnificent building with the elegant courtyard and manicured gardens? It looks like a palace, and that's because it basically is. That's the Palais des Beaux-Arts, the Palace of Fine Arts. It's one of the largest museums in France, and from the sky, it looks like a giant, ornate treasure box sitting proudly in the city. The building itself is a work of art, a stunning example of Belle Époque architecture from the late 19th century. Its sheer size and symmetry are best appreciated from up here. The layout is just beautiful. You can see the grand, symmetrical wings of the building wrapping around a central courtyard. The roof is a complex landscape of its own, with glass skylights designed to let natural light flood into the galleries below. Imagine all the masterpieces sitting under that glass, works by Rubens, Goya, and Monet. We can't see the paintings from here, of course, but knowing they're inside gives the building this extra aura of importance. It's a container of immense cultural wealth, and its grand exterior is a fitting shell for the treasures it holds. Look at the space around it. The Place de la République. It's another of Lille's great public squares, but with a different feel to the Grand Place. It's greener, more stately. You can see the formal gardens with their neat flower beds and fountains. From our aerial view, the patterns of the gardens are perfectly clear, like a beautiful geometric carpet laid out in front of the palace. The square is flanked by other impressive buildings, like the prefecture with its golden dome, which glints in the sun. It's a whole district dedicated to art, culture, and civic pride. Floating above the Palais des Beaux-Arts, you get a sense of Lille's commitment to culture. A city that builds a palace this grand for its art is a city that truly values it. It's not hidden away. It's given a place of honor right in the heart of things. The people below, little specks on the plaza, are probably on their way to be inspired. It's a calm, contemplative spot. The building's grandeur, combined with the peacefulness of the surrounding square and gardens, makes it a truly serene sight from our lofty perch. It's another jewel in Lille's already sparkling crown. As we continue our gentle journey across the sky, let's pay attention to the smaller squares dotted throughout the city. The Grand Place might be the main event, but Lille is full of these wonderful, smaller public spaces that are like little neighborhood living rooms. From up here, they look like clearings in the dense forest of rooftops, each with its own unique character and energy. They are the places where the real, everyday life of the city unfolds, and we have the perfect view. We can see the patterns of life, the daily rituals of the locals, laid out before us. Look over there, in the old town. That's the Place aux Oignons, the Onion Square. It's tiny, almost hidden, surrounded by tall 17th century houses. From the ground, it's an intimate, charming spot. From the air, it's a secret courtyard that has decided to go public. You can see the tables and chairs of the restaurant spilling out onto the cobblestones, creating a little island of social activity. It's a pocket of warmth and conviviality. You can almost hear the clinking of glasses and the happy chatter rising up to meet us. It's a perfect example of how Lille uses every available space to create community. Now, let's drift over to the Vazames district and look down at its famous market square. On market days, this place is a riot of color. From our high perch, the market stalls look like a massive, colorful quilt spread out on the ground. You can make out the bright reds of the fruit stands, the greens of the vegetable sellers, and the vibrant colors of the flower stalls. The square is teeming with people, a dense crowd of shoppers moving between the rows. It's a picture of vibrant, multicultural life. It's noisy, it's chaotic, and it's absolutely wonderful, a true feast for the senses, even from afar. Each square tells a different story. Some are quiet and leafy, with a few benches arranged around a central fountain, offering a moment of peace. Others are bustling hubs of commerce and socializing. But from our perspective in the sky, they all share one thing in common. They are the anchors of their neighborhoods. They are the spaces where people connect, where the community comes together. They are the gaps in the urban fabric that let the light in, both literally and metaphorically. Watching the life unfold in these squares is like watching the city breathe. It's a beautiful, heartwarming sight. Well, our 10 minutes in the sky are nearly up, and it's time to start our gentle descent. As we slowly float back down to earth, take one last long look at the incredible tapestry of Lille below. The view from up here is something special, isn't it? It gives you a whole new perspective. You see how everything is connected, the historic heart with the modern skyline, the bustling squares with the peaceful green parks, the grand avenues with the tiny secret laneways. It's a city of beautiful contrasts, all living together in perfect, charming harmony. It's a place that's proud of its history but not afraid to look to the future. From our high perch, we've seen Lille's soul. We've seen the warmth in its red brick buildings, the elegance in its grand palaces, and the joy in its lively squares. We've floated over centuries of history, from the star-shaped citadel to the gleaming towers of Reusable. It's a city that doesn't shout for attention. It rewards you for looking closer. It's got a quiet confidence, a relaxed charm that just draws you in. It's a place that feels both grand and intimate at the same time, which is a pretty special trick to pull off. It's a city that's full of secrets, and we've just had a peek at a few of them. As the sounds of the city gradually return, the distant hum of traffic, the faint chime of a church bell, the details get sharper. The little dots of people become individuals again, each with their own story. Our magical floating journey is coming to an end, but the impression of Lille from above will stay with you. It's an invitation. The view from the sky is just the beginning, a taster for what's waiting down on the ground. It sparks your curiosity, making you want to wander those cobblestone streets, to sit in those sunny squares, and to discover all those hidden corners for yourself. So here we are, touching down gently. I hope you enjoyed our little aerial escape over this magnificent city. Lille has a unique kind of magic, a blend of Flemish character and French flair that's all its own. Seeing it from above is a beautiful way to be introduced, but the real adventure begins when you step out onto its streets. So next time you're thinking of a place to explore, remember the colorful rooftops, the grand squares, and the green star of Lille. It's a city that's waiting to be discovered, one charming corner at a time. Thanks for flying with me, mates. Cheers.